Up, Woody Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And, well, we're effectively witnessing the death of the beloved Crunchyroll mascot, Crunchyroll Hime. And before we get into another insane decision by the Perini regime, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm. And it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Bubba Kitty, somewhere around here, and this operation literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be for live reactions or news and analysis, and probably a rant like this video, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as our Patreon, where we are doing anime live reactions now, because unlike YouTube, where I constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, Patreon, I don't have to worry about that. So I can have my full setup as well as audio, and can even provide a better analysis over there too. And with a stacked fall anime season on the horizon, there's quite a lot of bit to cover, but unless we get more subscribers, I won't add to my queue, which right now is primarily for fall anyway. I'm covering Bleach, period. There's no question about it. If you've been following me long enough, you know why I'm covering Bleach. And obviously what's carrying over for sure is 2.5D Seduction. If you are a sadist, yeah, you will probably enjoy that. There's Dandadan, there's Blue Lock, there's quite a few series I'd like to cover from there. So please go check out our Patreon. The link's in the description box below, as well as the link to the Twitter thread we're going to be looking at. That is in the description box below as well. So, you know, the last installment of my long-running Crunchyroll saga, and I've been covering Crunchyroll and Sandy for a long-ass time. Oh God, I really have, huh? We covered part of Perini's, aka the former Funimation COO turned Crunchyroll president, Raul Perini's interview with The Verge, and he was talking about Crunchyroll's marketing strategy. And God, something I said was, and well, part of it was how Crunchyroll doesn't give a fuck about theatrical releases anymore. And God, if you want to know why that Crunchyroll's only doing like 1 day limited screenings with no marketing, you can thank that motherfucker for why. I don't know why this keeps happening. Sony, if you want Crunchyroll to just die already, just do it. Just do the tax write-off, because he is running that company to the ground. Seriously. But anyways, another example of this company being run into the ground, or ran to the ground, excuse me, is this rebranding that's happening, which includes getting rid of the company's mascot, Crunchyroll Hime. And you can make the argument that this is another case of ginger erasure too. Unless you've been living under a rock, Crunchyroll Hime has been the face of Crunchyroll for what, at least a decade now? She is amazing. I love her. I was actually, if you follow me long enough, you know about this. Back in 2019, when I was part of the Crunchyroll focus group, they gave us like different designs of Crunchyroll Hime to go through, and asked us to give our thoughts on different designs for her. And I love her design so much. I do. Like, why would you get rid of it? Like, if you're going to do a rebranding, that didn't mean getting rid of Crunchyroll Hime. You could have just kept her as part of the rebranding. I just don't get it. She was advertising Crunchyroll. You had her as a VTuber, and you were advertising Crunchyroll via in the VTubing community. You had Crunchyroll Hime. Well, they're not doing freaking Crunchyroll Expo anymore, I guess, which sucks, because I liked going to Crunchyroll Expo. It was so much fun. Oh my God, I miss Crunchyroll Expo, because that was my one time of the year I got to escape from the insanity that was my life. God, it was so much fun. Um, but now, like, what we're going to see here, and the company they chose here to do this with, and it's a Japanese company, so I'll give them that. But speaking of Crunchyroll Expo and collabing with a Japanese company, something I've said multiple times on this channel and just in general is back at Crunchyroll Expo 2018, one of my Crunchyroll insiders told me about the Western consultants in the anime industry, that they infiltrated the anime industry. They were already infiltrating the anime industry, and this was in 2018. So it's been a long time. Crunchyroll's already had um, Western consultants there. So seeing that this year, it doesn't surprise me. But at the same time, I have to wonder what happened behind closed doors here. Did these consultants not tell them, like, dude, what are you doing? This is stupid. You should at least keep Crunchyroll Hime. Like, that's what you think of when you think of Crunchyroll. It's Crunchyroll Hime. But anyways, let's take a look at this. I have the Japanese version too, and there's some interesting stuff in this Japanese version that's not here in the English translation. So we're gonna look at both here. So what it says here, I still think it's funny. The company is called whatever. Because let's be real, that's Britney's attitude towards towards Crunchyroll at the moment, or towards just this business. I swear. Whatever has joined the rebranding of US-based anime streaming service Crunchyroll as a creative partner from Japan. We designed unique glyphs inspired by manga and anime motifs, and created visuals featuring renowned Japanese manga artists. You didn't have to get rid of Crunchyroll Hime for this, though. You could have had these, and we'll get into those manga artists in a minute. You could have had those manga artists do all these different designs for Crunchyroll Hime. How is this hard? I don't. Oh my god, I don't understand this. How is this hard? Again, I don't know if this is Perini just being a dumbass. I don't know if there was any like pushback from whatever. I don't know. But like someone would be in the room, and I wish I would have been a fly in the room. Because I would have, or fuck, I wish I was in the room, because I would have been like, dude, this is stupid. Why would you get rid of the one thing that people associate your company with? When you could just do this rebranding and still have your fucking mascot there. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And also, you're talking about manga artists. Mofo, you ruined the Crunchyroll manga app. That manga app is like non-existent. There's no reason that if I remember correctly, the manga app is gone. Like, why even do anything with manga artists at this point? You made it clear, Perini, you don't give a fuck about the manga fans. You don't. If you cared about the manga fans, which you said you did a while ago, where I think he said it when he became president of Crunchyroll. He said it. And I said in my video too. I remember I said in my video that he was full of shit. And I was right. I was right that he was full of shit. You proved my point by like destroying the manga app, and Kodansha like leaving Crunchyroll was the best thing they could have done. I swear, Kodansha, if you watch my content like I think you did back then, thank God. Thank God you left when you did. But there was no reason to get rid of Crunchyroll Hime. There was none. Crunchyroll Glyphs is a set of 100 plus unique shapes inspired by 16 types of manga and anime expressions, such as emotional symbols and onomatopoeia, and they spice up Crunchyroll's new brand font to directly evoke manga and anime's fun and exciting elements. The Beware vending machines. We'll look at this in a second. And then there's this with original stories by Crunchyroll, 4 unique manga series by Japanese artists Hirofumi Nida, Tina Yamashina, and I have the I'll get into those in a minute, who they are. Okay, Tomofumi Ogasawara and Natsuo Sai were created, and these works and key visuals in Crunchyroll's rebranding are crucial for the new brand identity. Now, I looked at the Japanese version of that tweet in particular, and I thought it was very interesting. What it said here. What was it? Well, first of all, they didn't say what the elements were, because I don't know why they didn't include that. It was stupid, because that's kind of important to have. The 4 stories originally conceived by Crunchyroll, including a battle manga and a romance manga, and original manga, were created with cooperation of the mangaka. Like, why would you not include like the kind of manga that's being made? So your English translators suck for that reason. The work will be part of a range of visuals used in the rebranding, and will be a key element in building Crunchyroll's brand new identity. But let me make sure I'm not missing anything here. Like, I don't think I'm not. Okay, no. Let me just, I thought there was something else here. Let's see. Okay, no. All right, so let's take a look at these visuals here, and then I will pull up the different, then I'll look at the different names here. But this art, will I say this art looks bad? So this is Hirofumi Nada. Okay. So Hirofumi Nada is the mangaka of Boku no Hero Academia Smash. And their most recent one is I Went to Another World and My Sister Was Already Reigning as the Demon Lord. Yeah, I could see the Boku no Hero Academia Smash art here. I could see it. Oh yeah, I could definitely see it. Like, I know it's not their fault that it's in this direction, going in this direction. I know it's not. But God, I'm not gonna lie. The first thing I thought of when I saw this was an upgraded version of like the McDonald's manga. I know that's really bad and I shouldn't be thinking it, but part of it is because of the diversity aspect that we have going on here, and part of it is obviously the stiffness, but like it feels so forced, if that makes sense, and cringy. But the other thing for me is, as I said, you could just have Crunchyroll Hime. You could have just put Crunchyroll Hime in this manga, and it would have worked. And it wouldn't. And yeah, you could make the argument that it still would be cringy and forced, sure, but you would have still had an identity. Because right now, what we're getting here, and yeah, I know you could still make the argument that yeah, it still would have been like a upgraded version of McDonald's, sure. But like, if you would have had Crunchyroll Hime here, it'd actually be, I would say it could have been like a McDonald's done right situation, if that makes sense. Because then you have it where Crunchyroll still has their identity, because their signature. Because removing, at least in my opinion, removing Crunchyroll Hime from Crunchyroll is kind of like removing Ronald McDonald from McDonald's, or removing SpongeBob from SpongeBob SquarePants. In terms of you don't have an identity. You don't. Obviously, that's a show, but you know what I mean. Oh, now I remember. It's like removing Colonel Sanders from KFC. That's that brand in terms of SpongeBob. It's a show, but it's a brand in itself. But you know what I mean. But it's like removing that mascot from that brand. It's not existent. It doesn't have an identity anymore. So that's why that's why I say here, and I'll include that in McDonald's too. If the McDonald's, that stupid McDonald's manga would have had like Ronald McDonald in there, it probably would have worked better. If it would have had like the Ronald McDonald and Friends in manga form, McDonald's probably would have worked and it would have been a success. But it didn't. So it didn't have an identity, and it was just cringy. And it was just a wannabe thing. That's what this is giving me. I hope that makes sense. Well, let's take a look at the next one here and see if it's any better. Oh my God, this really is McDonald's. This is straight up giving me McDonald's. Oh my God, this is. All right, let's see what Tina Yamashi is. So they are the mangaka of Kuroko to Hyokan, and this is the most recent one. Yeah, Kuroko to Hyokan. which is a romance series, I believe, right? Yes, it's an ongoing romance school series, aka it's a shoujo series. So yeah, but it just it feels like it could be any series. It could be any like go with any series. It doesn't feel like it is a Crunchyroll series. If you just would have put Crunchyroll Hime there, it would have been a Crunchyroll series. This makes no sense. I don't understand why you did that. It's so stupid. Let's see. Okay, I am not sorry for saying that this gives me McDonald's. If you've read the McDonald's manga, you know exactly why this gives McDonald's. You know why. You know. It is because they did a mecha chapter 2. Okay, so this is Tomofumi. Where are you, Tomofumi? So what they did, well, obviously they did Gundam. They are a Gundam mangaka and also Kogias mangaka as well. Yeah, that makes sense. And again, I gotta stress this: it's not because it's not because that I'm not saying that it's like absolute shit like McDonald's. No, 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 no. I gotta emphasize what I'm saying here in terms of McDonald's. I'm saying that this is obviously because they're saying this is for rebranding, original stories for branding. That's what McDonald's was doing. They were doing all this using the McDonald's manga and anime to do like to advertise. And because because they were just trying way too hard. I don't think this is trying too hard. That's why I said this is an upgrade for. Obviously, it's an upgrade version. But because the McDonald's stuff didn't have like its mascots up in there, aka Ronald McDonald up in there, it just and also it was very forced. It just was really cringy. Here, the art is obviously better, yeah. But because there's no Crunchyroll Hime, it just doesn't feel like it has its own identity. It feels like it could be for any company. It feels like it could be for anything else. It really does. This doesn't feel like it's Crunchyroll. This feels like it could go anywhere. But then let's see what the last one is. This is really nice though. This is really nice, but God, like you could have done so much with this. You could have added you could have had like Crunchyroll Hime on one of the armor or on one of the mechas. You could have had a Crunchyroll Hime mecha on this. Why? Why'd you do that? And Crunchyroll Hime even had like an assistant or had like a little sidekick too. You could have done something like that. I don't understand why you didn't do that either. And the final one here is Natsuo Sai. Where are you? Here it is. So Natsuo Sai did the Psychopaths manga. I feel so bad for these mangaka. I am sorry that these mangaka, I am sorry you are being wasted like this, for one thing. I'm sorry that you didn't get that you didn't do like an actual Crunchyroll Hime manga, which would, my opinion, would have been fun. I don't know what happened behind closed doors. I was not there. But man, I just feel so bad. I do. That is not Crunchyroll anymore. Crunchyroll's really lost its identity. And I feel bad for the former president that, left the company to Perini, left his post to Perini because he did some stupid shit. Let's be real. He really did. But Perini is just destroying it. This isn't Crunchyroll anymore. Crunchyroll is going down. It is going down. Like, it is going the way of Funimation. It really is. I will be surprised if Crunchyroll makes it another few years. You destroyed it. You are destroying it, Perini. This was so stupid. This is so stupid. I gotta bring this up from my previous video. what Perini said was really retarded. He was saying that he wanted to use Netflix as a gateway to Crunchyroll instead of, like, I don't know, using theatrical releases, using additional marketing. He wants to use fucking Netflix. That is stupid. He doesn't want to improve he says that he knows that the bugs are there on Crunchyroll. He knows about it. He knows Crunchyroll is constantly breaking down. He knows. So, like, this is just pure insanity. I can't believe that you're doing this. This is so stupid. This is a huge mistake. Why would you kill off your mascot? Your mascot that has been there, that people associate your company with. Why would you do that? That makes no fucking sense. I don't get it. Sony, I'm telling you, you need to step up and step in. Do something. You should have done something. You should have gotten rid of Perini the moment you did the merger with Funimation. Because this motherfucker's the reason why Funimation went down. But you didn't. That was stupid. And now you're making the same mistake again. Whoever made that decision should be fired. I know people are like, oh, Crunchyroll's going to be a monopoly. Motherfucker, Crunchyroll's not going to be a monopoly. Nah, Crunchyroll's going to die. At this rate, Crunchyroll is not going to survive much longer. They killed their fucking mascot. They don't want to do theatrical releases. Sony, I'm surprised Sony ain't doing shit about it. It makes no sense why Sony ain't doing shit about it. They need to step in and do something. They do. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think about this whole situation. What do you guys think about the insane decision to kill Crunchyroll Hime? Oh my God, that was so stupid. And do you think that this rebrand could have worked with Crunchyroll Hime? I think it could have worked with Crunchyroll Hime. It was not that hard to do. They could have just put Crunchyroll Hime in all this. It would have worked. So dumb. So dumb. And how much longer do you think Crunchyroll is going to survive? I don't see it surviving much longer. Strategy that I told in the Verge interview, there's no way it's going to survive much longer. No way. I don't think I will give it a couple of years before it survives or before it dies. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content. A few ways you could do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.